What's up, guys? Welcome back to some more Death Battle. After what has felt like years, Death Battle's back. Omni-Man versus Bardock. Now, I don't know who Bardock is. Never watched a single episode of Dragon Ball Z in my life. I know. How could you? You're black, aren't you? Hey. I was always a Pokemon man. I was a Pokemon demon. I ain't gonna lie. I was a Pokemon... Dragon Ball Z, it just never caught me. I'm sorry. I never had interest in it. Let me know if I'm missing out. But anyway, Omni-Man versus Bardock. Okay. Now, I know how Dragon Ball Z fans get. Oh my god. Whatever. But it would be kind of hypocritical of me to pick Bardock over Omni-Man. So, for argument's sake, I'm picking Omni-Man, okay? Omni-Man will dog wipe the shit stains off Bardock. I'm rage baiting you guys. If you guys had to, yeah, I'm rage baiting. Get mad, okay?
This battle is sponsored by Manscaped.
Oh my god. I gotta okay, 720. I know my computer's not gonna handle this. The animation just off that, oh my god, it's about to crash. The whole thing's about to shut down. Computer blown up. Alright, please go easy on me. Oh my god, see? Never got past the title screen.
The ostracized Viltrumite and the doomed Saiyan.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
Give me a sec, y'all. Just give me a second. Yeah, there you go. Give me a sec. Bear with me.
A death battle. Omni-Man, Earth's once greatest hero. Alongside the Guardians of the Globe, he protected the world from all manner of threats. And then, in a single day, it all went horribly wrong.
Why, Omni-Man? How, Omni-Man? Who, Omni-Man?
Who indeed? Champion of Earth, best-selling author J.K. Simmons, yet it was all a charade.
Oh my god, I
rampage
forgot. You just forget sometimes that J.K. Simmons is I forget. J.K. Simmons, goated actor, goated legend. Oh my goodness. You just forget. You don't even think about what.
Only brought to a halt thanks to his own son.
It all starts with his home planet, Viltrum, which I hear is a totally lovely utopia.
Through brutal mortal combat.
With a K! Or, wait, no, that came later.
Viltrumites are among the most powerful beings in the universe, even more so after they purge the weaker members of their species. As a vanguard of the Viltrumite Empire, Omni-Man infiltrated Earth as Nolan Grayson, expected to prepare the planet for Imperial assimilation.
Which should have been easy, since he's got your classic strongman superpowers and he's basically invulnerable, easily knocking around asteroids the size of Texas.
He can fly at unbelievable speeds, soaring from Earth to the planet Thraxa in under 1 week. Thraxa is, quote, a couple galaxies away, give or take.
When is Invincible coming back? I feel like it's been like months. 6 months. Oh my god, they better come back. They're gonna come back because I don't know. There's a lot of go-to shows that are like taking way too long and making so many few episodes. Is that the trend nowadays? Like, just go to shows have like, I don't know, 8 episodes a season. Like, come on, extend that thing a little bit. Come on, 24 episodes minimum a season. Am I bugging? 24? Is that too much? Is that too much to ask? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm asking too much.
Beyond the Milky Way's neighbor Andromeda is the lesser-known Triangulum Galaxy, which is over 2.7 million light-years away. Reaching it in under 1 week means Omni-Man must have flown over 142 million times faster than light.
Oh, and Viltrumites can't breathe in space, so he held his breath the whole way. And it's not like he was in a rush. He was on a soul-searching trip, contemplating the significance of smashing his own son's face in. Think, Nolan, think.
Yeah, this is why I'm never having kids.
You're missing out. But according to another Viltrumite, Thetis, a bunch of other Viltrumites who actually were in a hurry flew to Viltrum across the Virgo supercluster in less than 24 hours.
That's over 20 billion times faster than light.
They don't really need to rush anyway. The older a Viltrumite gets, the slower they age.
According to the Invincible Handbook, Nolan is over 2,000 years old. And regardless of age, Viltrumites don't suffer muscle fatigue like humans do, so they rarely ever tire out.
Seriously? He's got parenting easy mode on, and he couldn't even handle that. I would have killed for that back when my daughter was born.
Well, you would have to be a Viltrumite first. A Viltrumite's body contains smart atoms, which they subconsciously manipulate. This cellular structure can effectively recall certain states of being regardless of their present environment, reacting to changes that recall.
Huh? Smart atoms remember their normal state in relation to their environment and can be encoded to react to changes in that environment. For example, atoms in the muscles can ensure that the molecules behave normally even under extreme force, or atoms in the air can be forced to maintain their relative
certain states of being regardless of their present environment, reacting to changes at an atomic level to perform the impossible.
Yeah, like surviving your intestines getting ripped out, or even more scary, ripping out your whole beard all at once. Ugh, only a Viltrumite could pull off something that disturbing.
Nolan is incredibly tough, but if he faces superior forces, his smart atoms can adjust to make him even stronger by comparison. This is why Viltrumites are considered invincible.
Most weapons in the universe can't even scratch a Viltrumite like him.
Even a ship's cannon like this one can't take down a Viltrumite, and it obliterated a massive solar disk nearly half the size of a star.
Speaking of planets, he's strong enough to shatter one by flying straight through it. A planet so big it has a whole ring around it.
The Roche limit factor dictates the size a celestial body must be in order to disperse orbiting material as a ring. In short, an Earth-sized planet can't support such a ring, meaning this one must be much larger.
And don't get me started on how the ring is actually made up of dead bodies because, spoilers? Just go read the comic.
If Roche isn't doing it for you, this planet also supports 5 moons in its orbit, and even the smallest is a perfect sphere, meaning its own gravity shaped it. At minimum, a moon like that must have a diameter of 600 kilometers, or 370 miles. Comparing this to the planet's diameter, we can tell this world is nearly 14 times larger than Earth.
Or it was before, kablam.
Now, Omni-Man does have his weaknesses. Monsters like Ragnar's can pierce Viltrumite flesh, and he's extremely sensitive to a specific high-pitched frequency, which can destabilize his body's equilibrium.
But his real weakness turned out to be, you guessed it, fatherhood. Thanks to his son Mark, Nolan began to re-examine his perspective and his place in the universe. He settled down in a new place, got himself a new job, and even had a new kid with his new wife, who
Crazy.
was a bug.
That's crazy. Bro basically eliminated the whole Avengers, right? Smashed his son's face in until it's unrecognizable. Then flew off to a distant planet. Helped the citizens there, fell in love, and had another kid. I'm done explaining this. Father of the Year, everybody.
The bug lady.
No, in some weird, twisted sense, he should win Father of the Year. Because who would do that? It's some weird... it's so crazy that he should win it. Not gonna lie. Come on, who's doing that? Who's doing what Omni-Man did? Crazy.
He banged a bug.
What?
Crazy. Oh my god. And then there's this.
Omni-Man? How? Omni-Man?
Hey, everyone deals with parenting stress in their own way. When Nolan was lecturing to Mark about how insignificant people are, Mark wasn't the only one he was trying to convince, if you catch my drift.
Nolan Grayson's real mission isn't planetary conquest or saving the innocent. It's to discover if a violent man who can break the world can also be a good father.
Godspeed, Omni-Man.
In the far reaches of the cosmos laid a world with a people like no other, born and raised to do just one thing: fight.
The Saiyans, a proud warrior people from the planet Vegeta, ruled by, King Vegeta. Well, narcissist much.
Exactly. Their pride blinded them to the truth of their impending doom. But perhaps one Saiyan represented the best of them, even during their waning glory days.
Bardock! He's cool, he's crude, he's got a bad attitude, and if he goes apeshit, you're totally screwed.
All right, now I want to hear what Bardock has to say, what his stats and whatnot, and not gonna lie, I'm still leaning towards my boy Omni-Man, but I can't be swayed. All right, I have not locked in my predictions. Okay.
And guess what? He's father of Goku.
Oh wow, I never would have guessed.
Right? What a
Goku has a dad. That's crazy. He's
curveball.
So
That's
what does that make
crazy.
Turles?
Who?
Bardock was a
no wonder. I thought this was Goku. Like, but I thought that was Goku. They look so
cold-blooded
like.
killer, ruthlessly conquering planets in service to the Saiyans' true overseer, Lord Frieza.
They didn't just conquer planets, they wiped out every living thing, leaving Frieza uninhabited rocks to sell away. Bardock was an asshole. Well, until he wasn't.
Bardock's story has evolved over the years, with multiple iterations to draw from.
Including one where he's a brilliant scientist.
But only one is considered officially canon. Bardock's demeanor began to shift when he met and eventually married fellow warrior Guinea, and had two sons, Raditz and Kakarot.
No, Bardock didn't go totally soft. He was still a ruthless warrior. You know that iconic red headband of his? It's stained with the blood of his fallen friends. Hardcore.
Bardock could fly, move faster than light, and was naturally adept in using his ki as an explosive weapon.
AKA shooting lasers from his hands. True to his brutal screw-you nature, Bardock's moves are all about overwhelming power. His final spirit cannon is like a ki-powered bazooka. His rebellion hammer punch ignites enemies on contact, and his rebellion spear basically turns him into a supercharged battering ram. The guy has no chill. He will run you over, break your spine, light you on fire, and then move on to the next guy. All in a day's work for a Saiyan.
Marriage didn't change that. While Bardock cared for Guinea, in fact being one of few Saiyans of his time to actually have a romantic partner, he was still no family man. Like most Saiyans, he saw his sons as nothing more than future soldiers.
Bardock was a low-class warrior, so it was unlikely his kids would grow up to be
Who's this?
anything more than battlefield fodder.
But they would still
Raditz?
possess the Saiyans' power, a transformation that was the key to their planetary devastation.
Big Monkey!
Under the light of a full moon, a Saiyan with a tail manifests the Uzaru.
This great ape form increases Bardock's power tenfold, turning him into an unstoppable kaiju. Quick, someone call Yajirobe!
While some Saiyans can maintain control over this berserker form, low-class warriors like Bardock don't receive the same level of training as those of higher birth. Prince Vegeta's control is so precise he can speak while changed, but Bardock cannot.
Hell, it's questionable if he even remembers everything that happens when he goes full-tilt gorilla. The Saiyan strategy is pretty much just monkey see, monkey smash.
Despite being low-class, Bardock's power level nearly matched that of King Vegeta, who could destroy multiple planets at once. At about this time, King Vegeta's power level was around 10,000.
Yeah, we know power levels are kinda janky. Nobody can agree on what the number really means.
Outside of his fight with Gas, Bardock doesn't really show any high-end feats in canon, but we can use power levels to compare him to other characters with similar levels to better understand his potential.
Like when his son fought Prince Vegeta. What's the scouter say about his power level? It's over!
It's over now. It's
10,000.
over.
Yeah, the dub
Oh, what?
changed it to fit Vegeta's lip flaps, but we only cover the cold hard truth, damn it.
According to this movie pamphlet, Goku's power level between his fight with Vegeta and his trip to Namek was 10,000. This lines up with that previous reading and puts him on par with Bardock. Goku's training during the trip eventually raised him to 90,000 upon arrival, but this gives us a clear window.
Yeah, early in the trip, he had to dodge a bunch of incoming asteroids and blast his ship away from a star, which is impressive considering the speed involved.
The planet Namek is outside Earth's quadrant of the universe, and it took his ship 6 days to make the journey. Traveling a quarter of the universe's diameter would put the ship over 9.5 trillion times the speed of light.
And Goku would have had to keep up with that kind of speed to do all that other stuff.
Makes sense, given far weaker characters could reach the moon in a fraction of a second. Should be trivial enough for Bardock.
All this speed and power meant when Bardock and his team assaulted the planet Cereal, they went cheerio!
Cereal?
Bardock ravaged the planet, annihilating its people, until he found 2 survivors, a mother and her child. Some may call it weakness, others a moment of clarity, but Bardock was suddenly reminded of his wife and recently born son. He chose to spare the 2, and even pushed himself far past his limits to protect them from his own Frieza Force allies, who taunted that Frieza had dire plans for the Saiyans' future.
This moment changed Bardock, making him more appreciative of his family and cautious of Frieza. When all the Saiyans were called back to planet Vegeta for mysterious reasons, he had a hunch something was up. So before his final stand, smashing through hundreds of soldiers before coming face to face with the tyrant, he sent his youngest kid away for protection. A choice that allowed his son to thrive. And hey, that's what good parents do.
A choice that would have a greater significance than Bardock could ever imagine.
And then Dildo Dickhead blew them all up and he died. Or did he? Bardock got killed so freaking hard he got blasted back in time.
Actually, he was pulled away by these 2 who miscalculated and misplaced him incorrectly in the time stream.
Blah, 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 non-canon, whatever. He survived. And when he realized what happened, he got so unbelievably pissed off, he went Super Saiyan. What?
All right, this is very much an alternate universe what-if scenario, and it is jarring. But think about it. The Super Saiyan form is not achieved through training alone. It requires dedication, introspection, victory, failure, love, and loss. Frieza destroyed the Saiyans because he feared the possibility of the Super Saiyan, a Saiyan with power that could rival his own. But perhaps Bardock's transformation was more than simply a what-if. He had begun to take the very steps his son later would to achieve the form. Perhaps if Frieza had hesitated, even for a moment, his fear would have manifested before him right then and there.
Damn, pour one out for Bardock, who figured out how to be the truest Saiyan right at the end of it all. I know Kakarot would be proud. Hey, shout out to everyone who believed in us during our recent crowdfunding.
And joining you in that support is the first ever sponsor for an independent death metal episode, Manscaped.
Manscaped's newest masterpiece is the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra.
Tool quantities
Either a trimmer, new join the 10 million
code Death Battle at Death Battle. All right, the combatants are set.
Okay. Now, hearing all that, I still think Omni-Man's gonna take the cake on this, not gonna lie. Heard very good things, but ain't gonna lie, none of it's really impressive. So, Omni-Man.
We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
4-0 sweep. What the? Sorry. This is what I saw. Whatever.
Great. Another gross bug planet.
This planet isn't anyone's to conquer.
Don't underestimate me!
Just like my son, sticking his nose in places he's not ready for.
My sons would kick his ass!
Whatever you are, you're an embarrassment.
Uh-oh.
Wait till you see the real power of a Saiyan.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Yo. He needs that. That doesn't hurt?
Shit. No. My sons. Lead me. I won't let you take me from my war.
Your time is up! Saiyan!
You said Saiyan. Remember it.
Fuck.
KO! Okay, these Gokus have got to stop picking fights with guys in capes.
Pitting Saiyan against Viltrumite is fascinating. Among the many similarities, 5 specific categories stand out.
Starting with speed. Bardock is much faster, given his power level matched Goku dodging asteroids at 9.5 trillion times light speed, much higher than the Viltrumite's fastest speed. Add on the 50 times multiplier from Super Saiyan and it's a huge difference.
Right, Bardock clearly has the speed advantage, but strength and durability are another story.
Though it doesn't seem like it at first, Bardock scales to King Veggie, who wrecked 3 planets at once, and Omni-Man only smashed 1. But given how big that one planet was, the numbers are actually pretty similar, until we factor in the Super Saiyan boost, right?
Well, there's a catch. A major plot point in Invincible involves the coalition of planets admitting that their weapons cannot hurt Viltrumites.
So, when their ship's cannon obliterated this gigantic solar disk, it highlighted just how tough the Viltrumites really are.
This disk completely blocked the sunlight and heat between a planet and its star, and this is no ordinary planet. Its size and density are so high that its inhabitants are as strong as Viltrumites just due to living in its natural gravity. To fully block the light to such a planet and remain in consistent orbit, the disk would need to be positioned at its L1 point, the spot that creates an uninterrupted view between sun and satellite, and the disk itself must be about half the diameter of the star in question. This means the scaling of the disk puts it at 3 septillion tons.
That's 24 zeros!
Which makes Omni-Man over 11,000 times stronger than base Bardock.
Not even the Great Ape or Super Saiyan forms could make up that difference. So strength goes to Nolan.
Still, numbers aren't everything. As far as versatility in combat goes, neither had one distinct advantage that could win outright.
Omni-Man survives in space for much longer.
Okay. They're already telling me what I knew. Omni-Man is that guy. He's that guy. All right. And I knew it. Knew it from the beginning. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with this take on my on my Goku stands? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, this was I'm glad to see these guys back. I love their work. I love the animations. I love their fights. And just to see different characters, I wonder who they got up next. All right, let me know what you guys think, and welcome back, Death Battle. All right, living legend. All right, see you guys next time. Take care. Peace.